NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bills and the Giants coming up next.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Garden and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, our ball game here featuring a couple of young quarterbacks a lot of people have their eye on. Josh Allen of the Bills, Daniel Jones of the Giants.
Yeah, Brandon, we're starting to see some of the old guard moving on. Guys like Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning. And in their place, there have been some dynamic young guys who have come into the league, not just this year, but in the last 3 or 4 years in particular. They've really changed the quarterback position. And I think both of these guys fit into that category. Youth is being served.
Summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So here come the Bills for their first go on offense, led by their Pro Bowl quarterback. Now in his 4th season, it's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen now on first down. This ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. The way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On first down, Allen. And he finds Beasley, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names?
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Bills. Josh Allen with a touchdown pass to the veteran Emmanuel Sanders. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Point after here coming up. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their third-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants. But his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Barkley, toss play left. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense. The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Now Jones. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He's to the Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Following the fumble recovery, Jones. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for a Giants 1st down. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try to make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
The Giants needed and went out and got a bona fide #1 receiver in Kenny Golladay from Detroit, where he spent 4 seasons and twice went over 1,000 yards. He'll really help the young quarterback, Daniel Jones.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Five yards remain on 2nd down. A toss out to Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jones. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And here come the Bills. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Allen from the gun on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Come on, man.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And again, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. They've got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 53 yards. And the Bills have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything. But you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because they're such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. A gain of 3, second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
From the 24, Jones. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Now Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
And we always say, and I absolutely believe it, Evan Ingram is a wide receiver in a tight end's frame. 63 catches last year, en route to his first Pro Bowl nomination.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. That'll bring up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
To throw again, Jones. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and
the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
49, guys.
They'll look to throw again. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing, and he does exactly that. Picks up the first down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer picks it up for the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Rolling to his right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Check tight.
49.
Off play action. Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 18 on the play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Second and 11 now. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jerry Hughes able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Thus far, they haven't been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Gano's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
good through the field goal. Here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Let's go.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Tay Crowder able to make the play.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll give this to Singletary running right. There's the stiff arm. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 39, Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
We all saw the talent, the big plays in Minnesota, but Stephon Diggs really elevated his game in Buffalo last year. Led the NFL in catches with 127. There's another one right there.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Allen to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. You ain't going to problem me.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Allen's throw going to be taken in by Knox. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Not much there, only a yard.
At the Giants' 4-yard line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary there to make the grab. And the Bills will extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up, get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. To the right and complete to Galladay. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And that's complete to Shepard. Touchdown! Sterling Shepard, 57 yards. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Gano the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Back now comes the offense. Madden spotlight time as we shine it on Josh Allen. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. This ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A final shot before half for Allen. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. It was a terrific first half from the mobile big man quarterback, Josh Allen. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Bills. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these 2 teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. And Oliver, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Jones completes it to Evan Ingram. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field, but to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Gano for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished up by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Touchdown here to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Here we go.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They will run with Singletary. Dancing away at the 35. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Giants have it, it's picked up, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And New York set to take the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Barkley. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And Godot's kick is right through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Godot back out there now for the kickoff. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They go right back to Singletary. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To the air, Allen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, There's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On play action, Allen. And finding Emmanuel Sanders here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Singletary. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Singletary again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 53 yards on the ground for him now, as he's done that on 15 carries.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Second and 2. So the shotgun snap to Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Allen off the play fake. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They run here with Singletary. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Dexter Lawrence showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. Being chased out, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Pass on for the extra point.
Guys, dig deep.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And all the way down to the 37. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Finds his tight end Ingram. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. On first down, Barkley, a little juke, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Now Saquon Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Giants! Kenny Galladay on the touchdown throw for Daniel Jones. And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Jones throwing for it. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Singletary. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 78 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the 38, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end. Was looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Buying time to his left. And he will slide down with a good gain. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from leading this game. Saquon Barkley, we know how good he is in the running game, but here, good yardage in the passing game as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the Jets, and took it all the way.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. It's a pretty simple formula, Charles. A field goal, all you need, that wins you the game.
And the most confident guys going out on the field to direct their teams, they've probably already talked to their kicker before they went out and let him know, don't worry, you got a chance to be a hero in this one. I'll set you up, you just knock it through the post. His plan, get the team downfield and get them into position. They've gone over it many times in practice. That's how he's going to approach it.
And now on the sideline, everyone stay away from the kicker. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing is Allen. They'll go right back to Beasley.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have retaken the lead. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, four in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down. To throw is Jones. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Jones. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. To return, it's Peppers. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So now Jones and the Giants down by 2 touchdowns. 54 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Jones. To Barkley on the check down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roll and picked up big yardage.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Here's Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And some space here. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realizing he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. Well, there is a marker on the field. The celebration may be short-lived. Let's see. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw again. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Gano now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.